These dolphins actually choose to herd the fish towards people. They have drawn Brazilian fishermen into partnership. The dolphins signal when the nets should be thrown by diving. In the confusion, the dolphins benefit. Dolphins initiated this relationship, but both partners gain. Such harmony is now rare. Humans are increasingly out of balance with the natural world. The African honey guide is an expert on bees. It too has a close partnership with people and responds to their calls. This wild bird encourages men to follow it. It flies back and forth to keep them on course. The honey guide may lead the men for over a mile. It takes them to a bee's nest. It knows every hive within 100 square miles, but needs human help to open them. Honey is the men's reward. The bird's reward is the comb and grubs they leave for it. Such perfect partnerships all but disappeared when people discovered animals could be forced to cooperate. Even a creature as powerful as an elephant can be subdued by humans. He is taught over 40 commands. This signal means reverse. Elephant power was first harnessed 2,500 years ago. Taken from the wild, their spirits broken by starvation, they were trained by rewards of food. Many elephants still working today were taught by these now forbidden methods. Although they labor for human benefit, the relationship becomes close. The tickled elephant responds with calls of pleasure. His forehead swells to emit sounds below our hearing limit. Other elephants can hear these infrasonic calls 5 miles away. His forehead swells in reply. The sound waves create ripples in the water. The mahout partly substitutes for the lost companionship of the herd. In Bangladesh, the natural skills of another animal are exploited. These otters are controlled by fishermen. Their role is to drive fish into the net. Using tethered otters, 5 times as many fish are caught. The otters can keep what they catch. Rare in the wild, their survival may depend on the many thousands bred by fishermen. Some partnerships offer little benefit to the animals concerned. In Thailand, the macaque's natural skills are exploited. He's been trained to obey human commands. He's learned to recognize varieties of coconut. And will pick 800 a day. Captured when young, his life is now under human control. His natural behavior modified through training. The behavior of some animals has been modified through breeding. The pit bull terrier no longer possesses the restraint of the wolf. The dog warden's armor protects against man-made aggression. Aggression bred for entertainment. Tenacious and almost impervious to pain, pit bulls were created to fight bulls in the ring. A grip designed to immobilize a bull by the snout was later pitted against other dogs. Such distorted instincts arose as animal fights became popular. Initially, fights relied on natural instincts. In Bali, cockfighting to the death began as ritual sacrifice. In these training fights, as in the wild, the cocks come to no real harm. In prize fights, metal spurs are attached to the legs, and these downward swipes become lethal. Cockfighting here is now principally a blood sport. In Europe, it became popular in the Middle Ages. Animal contests became even more widespread. In Thailand, fighting bulls are first greased with banana flesh. The cattle's wild ancestors have been exterminated, but their descendants retain the same urge to fight. Their confrontations are now under human control. People gamble on the outcome. But the contest is run by the bull's natural rules. As in the wild, they assess each other's strength. And they decide when to stop. Bullfights decided by human rules are not so fair. A bull entering a Spanish arena encounters people for the first time. The bull has a blind spot immediately in front of him, a handicap exploited by the matador. The cape plays on this area of confusion. The matador will be judged on how skillfully he controls the bull. This medieval ritual symbolized the domination of wild animals. For the growing populations of towns, it emphasized their conquest of nature. Spikes driven into the neck muscles weaken the bull and cause his head to drop. In this injured state, the bull is matched against the matador. The exhausted bull faces ultimate domination. Killing for entertainment takes many forms. But for the victim, the effects aren't always so one-sided. Pheasants were once confined to Central Asia. As game birds, they now flourish across Europe and North America. Regular handouts ensure high populations, while predators are killed off by gamekeepers. The landscape is managed in their favor. In turn, they face an ancient hunting partnership that has become ritualized. Paradoxically, pheasant populations benefit from the shooting. It's the native predators that lose out. Only 1 in 3 birds is killed over a season. They would face greater odds against natural predators. Without checks, an introduced species may multiply out of control. In the mid-19th century, 24 rabbits were introduced to Australia, also as game for hunting. Facing few predators, they numbered millions within 30 years. They still reach plague proportions. They have become a natural force that we are powerless to control. They turn grassland to desert until their food supply is destroyed. Then they starve. Their bodies are a testament to the unforeseen imbalances created by a casual human act. Environmental devastation is also created by the domesticated animals we've introduced. A torrent of sheep feeds an escalating population. In Australia, they create desert and oust native creatures. We give little thought to the impact our livestock makes, just as we give little thought to how they're kept. Reared out of sight and out of mind, they reach us processed and unrecognizable. Factory-like efficiency turns them into components of a vast food-producing machine. But their animal instincts remain unchanged. Chickens now outnumber people. Crops are among the commonest plants on Earth. They cover areas large enough to influence climate. Methane gas from bacteria in rice fields contributes to global warming. Environmental change began when we first domesticated plants and livestock. In the Middle East, goats rapidly converted land to desert. Today, the process continues on a global scale. In Brazil, cattle graze where once there was rainforest. A parrot seeks refuge from the devastation. There are some people who still live in balance with their environment. The Kayapo are in tune with the life around them. They believe bees provide a perfect model for living and follow them to find honey. They know every detail of their lives and see comparisons with their own. Some bees specialize in gathering food just as they do. They even plant flowers to encourage them. The queen is seen as the equivalent of their chief. Other animals play their part. Headdress feathers are plucked from macaws living free around the village. Dogs scavenge in the village. The Kayapo see equivalents in the bees' nests. Scavenging mites are the bees' dogs. When the queen lays an egg, a nurse bee tends the brood cell. This is mirrored in the Kayapo lives. We have become divorced from nature. The Kayapo believe they have much to learn from it. Even the village layout is based on the hive. It's a practical relationship, but based on respect. They replace some comb to ensure the hive's survival. It's a life in harmony, but far from sentimental. They know how to call deer from the forest. Their way of getting meat does no ecological harm. As the demands of our destructive way of life close in on the forest dwellers, their harmonious way of life is endangered. But even before the trees are gone, there are other threats. Mosquitoes spread malaria. a disease they pick up from the approaching foresters. The local Indians have no immunity to our diseases. Even the common cold can kill. Malaria invades the bloodstream and multiplies in the corpuscles. It is an ill-adapted organism, unable to live in humans without causing harm. Like parasites in the human body, our lives now show similar disharmony with the Earth. The ramifications of daily existence act like a disease infecting the planet. Isolated from the life that sustains us, we disregard the imbalances caused by our growing numbers. We have lost touch with the consequences of our actions. But our fate is as entwined with other creatures as it always has been. Life depends on making sense of our complex partnerships.
And that perceptive peregrine adorns the front cover of this BBC book, which further explores Lifesense.
I want you to marry me.
What?
We're perfect for each other.
You're not equipped to deal with life without me, Charles.
It's really good!
It's almost as though you're two different people.